Hi there, I'm Victoria Gallagher from HypnoCloud.com. I've been a master hypnotherapist since 1999, and I've also been teaching people about how to use the law of attraction for, like the last few years, pretty much ever since The Secret came out, and I've felt a little bit more comfortable talking about the law of attraction. The law of attraction is something that's been around for many, many years, and I've been studying it myself since even before I became a hypnotist. And using the law of attraction is how I have come to attract a lot of things in my life. To be perfectly honest, a lot of hypnosis is law of attraction based on a lot of the law of attraction principles. So I've talked a lot about attracting money, and today I want to talk a little bit about attracting love. So if you're in a position where you're single or you're in a relationship that's not quite going in the direction that you want it to go, I want you just to tune in and listen to my story. This is about my own personal experience with attracting love, and I hope that you will find some of the elements of it useful in your own life. I truly believe that the love that I have in my life is purely due to the fact that I attracted this person into my life. Now, he's the love of my life and we'll be together forever. I also feel like he attracted me into his life at the right time as well. So, just giving you a little bit of history. I was married once before, and the person that I was married to, I fell in love with at a very, very early age, when I was 20. And it was just kind of a short-lived kind of puppy love, and I stayed married for a lot longer than I should have because I thought, well, I'm just young and immature, and I guess this is the way love is supposed to feel. But I was proven wrong in my relationship that ensued after that. So after that, I was in a relationship where I really, really fell head over heels in love with this person. But the problem was they weren't head over heels in love with me. So after that, I was single for probably about 6 years. Now, I don't have many problems in the attractiveness department. I feel good about my looks. I feel good about my station in life, my career, and I've always been very confident and well-spoken. And so a lot of people used to ask me, well, why are you still single? And, why hasn't anybody picked you up by now? And it wasn't the problem wasn't that I had trouble picking anybody up. It was just that the people that really qualified in my realm of what was attractive to me, and all of the things that I was looking for, I had my own list. I had the things that really mattered to me, and I just wasn't really willing to settle. And I think that one tip that I would like to let you know about is that you don't have to settle. A lot of people end up in a relationship or stay in a relationship longer than it's meant to be when they're not in love, like I did, or they feel like maybe because it's been so long that they've been looking for somebody that maybe they'll just go ahead and settle, that certain things that they thought were important to them were maybe they're asking for too much, and they maybe on some deeper level you believe that you don't deserve to have all the things that you want, and nothing could be further from the truth. If it's on your list, if it makes it to your list, and I suggest that you do have a list, so that's number two, is number one is not to settle. Number two is to have a list of the things that you really want to have in a mate. And number three, the next biggest component is that you want to make sure that you meet all the criteria on that list. If you're looking for somebody that is in perfect shape, then you should probably be in perfect shape yourself. Otherwise, that may not be one of the criteria that is important to you on your list. If you're looking for somebody who's confident or has a good career in their life, then you should probably match those things, because when it comes to attraction, the principle is that like attracts like. So you're only going to attract things that are like you. So you want to be at that same level in your own life. And maybe you are going to find the more traditional kind of relationship where you're the more feminine, career oriented, not non-career oriented, and you're looking for a man that's going to be bringing in the money. And I mean, that's a little bit of a more traditional role, and some men are will be attracted to that. And you know what? I guess I'm talking to women. So if you're a man, then also just kind of think about what I'm saying in reverse. I only really know how to attract a man coming from a woman's point of view. So the same principles basically apply. I'm just speaking more toward women. Anyway, if you're a woman and you're not really into today's career woman and having that and being that, and you're looking for a man that's going to be kind of on the equal level as you, then what you need to do is be really good at that other role. If it's keeping a very clean house or doing the things that the woman would do, cooking really well. And so getting really good at those quote unquote feminine qualities that would be the counterbalance for the thing in the man that you're after, and vice versa. If you're a man and you're looking for a woman to play that more traditional role, then you should have a very good career and make the kind of money that would attract somebody who is going to be a very good home caretaker. And so that is just another. So you want to have a list. You want to make sure that you're committed to having those things on that list. And then you want to make sure that you measure up to your own list in one way or another. Now, when it had been probably about 6 years, and I was using Match.com for quite a while. I had a profile on there for many, many years, on and off. And sometimes I would just get sick of it and I would throw in the towel and take my profile down. And then other times I'd be a little bit more gung-ho. So what happened was I decided that I was going to actually use my own program. I had my Attract Your Soulmate session, which is part of my Attract a Loving Relationship program. And I'm not saying this to try to sell the product, although it is a good product. And I always recommend it for people who are looking to attract either the love of their life or just to be able to start dating again. Anyway, I had always really liked my Attract Your Soulmate track of that program. And I started listening to that, and within about a week, and it may take longer for somebody else, but for me, it was just within about a week, my husband that I have right now, he contacted me by email, and we had already been out on a date in the past, and it just didn't work out the way that I was hoping, or that he was hoping. Either one of us, we just weren't really into it at the time. Anyway, out of the blue, he comes back into my life, and we have our first date within a week after my listening to that program. And so I want to tell you about part 2 because there is much more to the story. That was how we met, and that was what had happened before we met. So I'm going to post a part 2 to this that talks a little bit more about how I used the law of attraction in getting him to ultimately propose to me. Okay? So I'm glad that you are staying tuned for my story, and we'll have more to come in the next video.